been so sure, quite so steady. I'm gonna live my life to keep the promises I made. Even though I make mistakes, I know I'm ready. I found a heart that was just like mine. Yeah, I found a heart that was just like mine. It's the kind of love that can make you blind. And I'd do anything to see him smile. Oh, I'm ready. I've never been so sure, quite so steady. I'm gonna live my life to keep the promises I made. Even though I make mistakes, I know I'm ready.
Good morning. We're deep in the forest today. We are being forest creatures because we have got trailblazing to do. A lot of work, a lot of equipment, a long drive in here. Theo's just setting everything up in his backpack because we've driven as far as we can and we've got to hike the rest of the way. So let's go.
I have my backpack on today because we are about to go pretty deep up the mountain and it's very overgrown. I did a recce the other day. Bee has never been there, so it's going to be cool for her to see it. But this morning's mission is basically annihilate mimosa that is covering a big forest track that goes all the way up the mountain that I want to clear because there's some very valuable trees up there that I need to log. It's a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky at the moment, and I am ready to warm up because it's freezing cold right now. I'm talking about 3 degrees at the moment. Celsius, and probably feels a little bit cooler. There's a slight breeze, but once we get in the forest, it's going to be fine. And that first clip that you saw was an unedited clip from our house to this location, just to give you an idea of scale, because I know you guys always want to kind of understand where things are situated. Hopefully that gives you an idea of the scale of this property, and that is why we love it.
Right, let's go. Oh look, my boots match the helmet. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Always ready.
So this is the trail.
This is the trail and it already has a tree growing right up the centre of it. Are you going to cut that down?
No, we're going to start higher up where the mimosa is.
All right.
Because I can do this alone.
That's true.
But the mimosa is quite a feat. So.
I'm looking forward to seeing this mimosa because I've already spotted some growing here. It's so weedy. It just like is a very opportunistic plant. It's similar to the broom in that give it an inch and it'll take a mile. Is that even a saying? I don't know. This is overgrown. You wouldn't even think that this was an actual road. Like we're following, this is clearly an animal track.
I found this road purely by accident.
Really? How?
So essentially I was hiking right up the mountain. I wanted to see a new part of the property that I'd never seen before. And then I ended up on this road and I was like, hang on a minute, there is a road to the top of the property, which is excellent because we need to get up there.
And there's more trees growing up through the middle of it as well.
All of these have got to go. Fresh eucalyptus.
It's interesting, it's like, this was one that died in the fire and then a new one grew right up next to it. It's very rocky terrain. Opening up.
I can take out just with the brush cutter.
Yeah, true. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's really cleared out here.
It's very rocky, which is good because it means that barely any weeds have grown up. It doesn't show on camera how steep this trail is.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't show when I pan it that way either. This is amazing. The trail's actually really opened up quite a lot now from the beginning. It's really rocky. It's quite a firm base as well. There's still the odd eucalyptus tree growing straight through the centre. There's brambles which are just literally wrapping themselves around my ankles. But I can see how good this road will be when it's cleared out, because it's really wide and sturdy. It was probably one of the main roads they used when they logged this back in the past, because do you reckon they logged this before?
Definitely.
Yeah, Theo and me both reckon this was logged before. And wow. Walking, filming and talking up a hill. Whoa! Umbrellas. Oh! And we have here, guys, a little bit of scat. Are you fox? I don't know, but there's also 1, 2, 3 pieces. Anyone who knows what that is, you win a prize. Theo will taste it.
You can see we got more mimosa to the left-hand side, and then we've got some fallen trees just here, and essentially the trail takes a left-hand turn just up here, which is a really good area for a turning circle. So I'm going to be bringing the trailer up here, logging firewood, also stuff to mill, and this is a huge turning circle which is absolutely brilliant, but we're not even close to where we need to get to. I think Bee's probably a little bit surprised at how long this road is.
It's massive.
It's crazy, like we're in the middle of nowhere. We will not see another person, and that is what I love. I know some people in the comments get overwhelmed for us. Please don't. We took on this project. Unfortunately, it turned into a lot more work after the fire, but this is now our purpose in life, and we're just going to tackle it head on. I couldn't think of a better place to be than in the forest, cracking on with work, breathing that fresh mountain air. We got all of these big eucalyptus here that are going to be, it's brilliant firewood. Also, it's okay to build out of as well for animal structures. This eucalyptus has grown up directly in the middle of the road, as have quite a few others, which means no one has driven up this road. Whoa, no one has driven up these roads. The stones are really slippy for many, many, many years. Although eucalyptus grow quickly, that's probably a 4-year-old tree at least. But just look at this. The crisp winter days in Portugal are some of my favourite.
We're just reaching the first section now. It's pretty surprising actually, the amount of mimosa. It's really tall. Check it out. Actually quite phenomenal how much that's grown, and it's also spread out onto the path here, which you don't want. This stuff literally left to its own devices takes over. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
This is not even, like, I'd say we're maybe halfway along this trail.
That is literally taking up the whole trail.
So we'll basically cut this trail out.
Yeah.
We'll stack all of this. I
Oh, you've done some there.
to see if the prunes would prune it.
Oh, was that with the pruner?
Yeah.
So Theo snipped these ones with the pruner. Done a pretty good job, to be fair. We've got it with us. I just can't get over.
Through there.
Look at that.
I feel these pages turning. Yesterday is burning. Now's the time for learning. The future has come. I feel the times are changing. I see the light escaping. A season for connecting. Tomorrow has dawned. Dreaming with a vision. Seeing new horizons. I just gotta feel it. Freedom has come. Hearing sound and color. As days are getting better. Yesterday is over. And the future has come. Are you ready for a new wave coming? I'll start the fire. Gonna take it higher. I've been ready for a new day coming. The sun's getting brighter. Right now, it's a golden age. Oh, it's a golden age. Yeah, I believe it's a golden age.
So this is just 2 years of growth, which is crazy. And we can use these mimosa poles for all sorts of things. Mimosa is also a good firewood. It's a hardwood. And you could use these poles for gardening, so growing things up. But that's like half the size of the tree. I'm 6'3". That's probably at least 20 foot in 2 years. Absolutely berserk. If we don't get on with this right now and clear this trail, these will be actual thick trees and it will become such a massive job. It's a pretty big job right now, but become a lot bigger. So we're going to stack these out the way, and then eventually when the trail come up here, chip this and also take down the big poles that I need in the back of the trailer. I got myself a Gandalf stick. Things are looking so much clearer. We just got this lone, a dead tree now, which I'm gonna leave standing and cut down later because it's perfect firewood. And then we've been collecting all of these poles. We have so many poles already. These are gonna be useful for natural fencing and, like I said, gardening. And then over here, we've been stacking all of the limbs, like all of the kind of useless stuff like this, and these will all get chipped and rot down into the track. But we actually have probably about 10 meters cleared, so we better carry on and get cracking. But if you come up here, you'll be able to see, oh, it is steep, isn't it?
Very steep.
It's really steep, Bee just said. So the trail goes along here, so we need to essentially cut all of this out and then we can get through. And then I know about 20 meters further up, it's a lot worse than this.
Yeah!
Good fun. It is actually good fun.
Let's both just stop fighting it, let it go, and let's get to lighting this night on fire with your body all night. I don't wanna put it out this time, let it burn, out of control, let it burn, clothes on the floor, heat rising, smoke rolling, just you and me throwing gas on an old flame.
We've made amazing progress. I've been pulling all of the ones here that Theo's been dropping down. And Theo's now dragging them because he's finished the chainsawing. The road is now clear, well it will be, and we've moved all of those out of the middle. And they're a lot thinner. Let me just tread over this. A lot of them are like this or a little bit thicker in diameter, so I've not been needing to snip them, which means we've been moving stuff a lot faster because I've not been stopping to snip. But that one just literally snapped. Oh, it's because it had been chainsawed. But it's brilliant progress. We're both super stoked with it. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who has a drawer or a purse full of random SIM cards from the travels they've been on when they've left the country and they know that their phone is not going to be working. And that is the most stressful thing when you're traveling. You don't want to lose your original SIM card, and that is where Holafly comes in. Holafly is a game changer for travel connectivity. They use eSIMs, which are like digital SIM cards. You just activate it instantly through an email or WhatsApp link and boom, you're connected. It literally takes under a minute. And the best part is Holafly gives you unlimited data, so there's no stress about potentially running out. There's not going to be any hidden fees because it covers over 160 destinations with unlimited data. And installing it is incredibly simple. You can keep your original SIM card in your phone, so you haven't got to worry about losing that or losing access to WhatsApp, your contacts on your phone, or anything else. Here is how simple it is to set up Holafly on your phone. You can scan a QR code, do a one-click install if you're on iOS 17.4 or higher, or you can follow a simple manual process. And if you're worried about whether your phone is even eSIM compatible, the app will check for you before you even buy. Holafly has a 4.6 rating on Trustpilot with over 41,000 reviews, and they've got 24/7 customer support with actual humans, no bots. So get ready to explore with seamless connectivity by ordering your Holafly eSIM using the link in our description.
So the pathway is now cleared through here where we can actually drive through. That's kind of like the ultimate goal, is to be able to clear this track, to be able to drive through. There's obviously still mimosa left, but once I can get up here with the machinery, the chipper and whatnot, then I will fell them mimosa and get them straight in the chipper. There's no point just piling loads and loads up along the sides because there's tons of roads that go off, but wait till you see how dense this next section is. And I've got a couple mates coming over tomorrow to help me with that section. And the kind of deal that we've got is they help me for the day and they get to leave with a load of firewood. So I'm basically paying them in firewood. But firewood's not cheap, so it's a good deal. It works both ways, but let's go and see what we got through here. Just be careful because there's some brambles, but it is like a jungle. Welcome to the Miracle Mountain Jungle Projects. This is a road which is ridiculous, just fully grown over. If I hadn't already worked it out of where the road was and walked it before, I wouldn't think that this is possible. But working with the mimosa today, it's actually really nice because
A whole leaf went in my mouth.
I ate a few leaves. The branches are really soft, so when you're working with pine, it's like hard branches
Stop there.
that stab you. Oh, I see, that's actually quite nice. Let's see if we can actually get through here. I mean, I know that you can get through here, but filming it
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
is a different thing, but hopefully tomorrow with my friend's help, we can clear all of this. Keep going and you'll see that eventually it opens up. If you get down low, you can go along where the animals go. But this is pure jungle, and it's going to be hard to believe that this is an actual road that you can drive up, but it is. A lot of chipping to do up here, but there's just some beautiful trees. Right, it's opening up a little bit. And actually, it kind of just stops, which is strange.
What, the road or the mimosa?
The mimosa just stops. So here we are into a clearing. And there's a bit of broom, a bit of new mimosa there. But check this out. It opens up into just a big wide track again. And just keeps on going. And we could just keep going forever. It goes a long way up there. Obviously you can see the trees all the way in the distance. This is all of ours. So there's tracks that go all the way up there. It's pretty incredible. And it's a really nice environment to work in. We may as well just go to this last bit. Bee's face.
I can smell a stinkhorn.
I can smell a stinkhorn as well. But if we press through here, look how much it opens up, and actually it's not too hard. It turns back into a proper trail that I can get the tractor up here. I can clear all this with the tractor. There's no need to do the manual labour up here. And it's a nice wide track. It's full of stone, so stuff's not growing as nicely. But yeah, we could just go on for days and days and days, but yeah, there's some big, nice trees up here. And also, this is incredibly important for fire safety. We want to keep all of the main roads through the forest completely clear. So come summer, if the worst was to happen, you can actually get into the areas that you need to get into to prevent the worst from happening. That's a good morning's work.
Yeah, ready for lunch?
I am ready for lunch, and then I have something really cool to show you guys. So this right here is a tool that's made in Canada, and I borrowed off my good friend Martin. He has an extreme amount of broom on his property and wanted to kind of find a solution of pulling it out, because if you pull it out, it doesn't come back. If you cut it, it can grow back up from the roots. So the best thing is to pull them out. Obviously, you need to pick your battles. Up in the forest area, it's better just to brush cut it and keep brush cutting it, because there's just so much of it that you won't be able to keep on top of it unless you have an army of people with these. But it's a really cool device. Essentially what happens is, you can see there, it's not just used for broom as well. You can pull small mimosa out, any weeds, but basically it just clamps on, and you have this massive bar for leverage, and then you can pull back and it pulls the whole entire broom root out, and then you can just burn the broom, chip it, do whatever you want with it. So I'm going to do a little demonstration on here, and still working it out. There's definite technique when Martin uses it. Absolute legend at it. It just goes in one motion, and it's just like he was demoing it to me and a load of other people, and we were just like blown away. So I want to get one of these. The import from Canada is ridiculous.
I bet post is insane.
So yeah, if you're from Canada and you're just flying over and you want to put this in your suitcase, let me know. But I can't even see where I need to go, but basically in like that, and then it should just clamp. And there we go, pulled it straight out. This is a multifaceted.
Yeah, you chose a really difficult one.
Get right in there. Big, deep-rooted broom. I can feel it.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh, it just shows how far the roots go.
And there we go. Another one of them, and that will come straight out. Oh yeah, the roots are out. Look at that. Absolutely. It does beat tying it to the back of the car, because even when you try and pull these out with a vehicle, even the tractor, it just doesn't seem to be able to get the right leverage. Could do with a little saw.
Yeah.
So basically just saw off.
So they
that
all
there.
grow up along these root systems, don't they? If you just cut that, it's great to get the roots out.
Exactly. If I just go on there, clamp that in. There we go. Completely out. Look at that. That's a big broom. Let's just go and try on a slightly smaller one. And I reckon it's just going to be a one motion. Right, let's try this one. A one stem wonder. Easy. Straight out. Onto the next one. There's a nice little oak growing up there as well. Let's take this one out. Once you get your rhythm, really nice. Another one. And they ain't coming back. That is it. I could probably put this on a slightly higher setting. I've got it on a low setting. It's got 3 different settings: small, medium and large broom. This is a small one. But yeah, there's no way you're doing that any other way. This device is magical, and we will be buying one. Big up the Canadians, someone invented that. And I love it when people come up with a simple solution to a problem. It's absolutely crazy that you can't buy these locally in Portugal. Everyone in Portugal has a property who has any broom on it, which is pretty much every property, should have one of these. So maybe I'll make millions importing these, who knows. Whew.
So I mentioned in the last video that me and Bella get on really, really well. We've created a really good bond. She trusts me, I trust her, I can walk her off the lead, and we go on multiple walks a day together. One thing we haven't really done is explored the forest much. I wanted to make sure that she totally kept with me and she could recall and stuff, which she does. So I thought today I'm going to take her into the forest. The furthest we've gone is up to the wildlife pond. So I want to take her further than that and just see what she thinks, because she's desperate to go up there. So why not? What do you think, Bella? She's ready. Are you excited? Oh, you might be able to notice I got a new... Hello, gorgeous. I got a new adapter, so it fits on her collar. This is her tracker. Fits on her collar much better. It's no longer just hanging off there. So lots of peace of mind with Bella. No escapes. Let's go.
You walk this road 1,000 times. You know exactly where it ends, where it slopes, and where it
She's hesitant to wander too far from my side, which is cute. It means that she trusts me. I don't know if you can see her in frame, but she's just standing next to me. I was just trying to get a shot of her like trotting up the path, but every time I stop, she stops. So I guess it's just gonna be walking alongside each other together. And I just remembered my dream from last night. We'd had someone comment in one of the videos recently that they thought the broom looked like wild asparagus. I can understand what you mean, but it's definitely not wild asparagus. But I then had a dream that I found loads of wild asparagus in the forest, and it was a very exciting day. So whether that was a premonition or just a fantasy, we shall find out. Come on, Bella. Good girl. She's such a good girl. Aren't you the best? Are you the best? You're the best. You are. You are the best. Come on, let's go up here. We've only been up here once before together. Let's go this way, Bo. Come on, Bella, this way. What do you think? Should we go up there? Yeah? You've only been up there once. This is like a little bit scary because the only time Bella's ever been up this path was the day we lost her. Let's get my breath back. Cut this bit out, Theo. Don't keep it in. Don't keep the breathing in. And it was the last time I caught sight of her until I saw her 2 days later. And at that point, I'd been following her as far as I could, but I wasn't prepared for a high-speed chase through the forest uphill. So I did lose sight of her, and that was it. So going up here is a bit nerve-wracking, but she's still just staying by me. Come on, Bella, let's go up to the witch's house. Just up there. We've now made it to the witch's house. which I am sure is a hive of activity for wildlife because it provides a good amount of shelter in the forest, especially now. I don't know if you can see much behind me, but most of the leaves have fallen off the trees. There's the odd oak here and there and chestnut that is clinging onto its leaves, but most of them have dropped them, so it's really exposed. When the storms come through, some more of the trees have come down as well. And Bella is just behind me, acting like she's caught a mouse or something, because one of her favourite things to do is to dig holes and try and catch things. Oh wow, look at that snout. She's a muddy girl. Is she a muddy girl? Honestly, it's just like having a fourth cat, just one that barks instead of meows. So she's done really well on the walk so far, and I'm guessing because obviously she can't tell us what happened. I think when I lost sight of her running up that track before, she came up here and probably did a loop down, because where she ended up wasn't further up into the mountain and the forest, it was back down to a village around there. So I wish she could tell us what happened over those days, because I know that she was attacked by another animal. That's what caused the abscess. It was really foul weather. Where did she shelter? What did she eat? What did she do? She'll never tell me because she's a dog. Look at your snout. It's all soily. Absolutely hilarious. The noises you're making are amazing, but I don't think you're going to catch it, I'm afraid. Good girl, well done. Unfortunately, I still can't walk Bella and the goats together because the goats just try and attack her, which was not what I thought would happen. I thought maybe she would try and go for them. She is scared of them, understandably, because they're like massive compared to her. And they just want to try and headbutt her. And I'm not surprised, because they were attacked by dogs last year that broke into their enclosure. So I'm just trying to, every day I walk her down with me in the morning to their enclosure to let them out. She's on a lead, and then I take her back. So they're getting used to seeing her every day. I'm hoping that eventually we can actually all be out together, because the 2 times I've tried have ended in me having to separate them. So fingers crossed. Now I'm going to take Bella back. We've been in the forest for at least half an hour uphill, very tiring. She's a 9-year-old girl with 3 legs. She acts like she's not, but I guarantee she will be snoozing for the rest of the afternoon. And I'm going to go down to the animals and let them out. Bella is now back in the house, and the temperature's dropping, as you can tell. I've put a coat on, and I'm going to walking down right now to let the goats out for a walk. They're obviously out in their paddock, but I like to take them for a wander through the orchards and just all around, so they can graze on different trees, forage more like. And then the chickens also have a run around as well. They come out a little bit further than they do in the day, and everyone has a nice pleasant evening. It's how I like to kind of end the day. And it will change obviously once we have the paddock fully finished, when we've got the permanent fencing up, but for now it's a little routine that we've all got going on, and I think it works quite well. Hello everyone. There we go. Matilde, stay back. Goats really enjoy a walk because they forage, so they will eat a bit of everything. They'll eat some moss, they'll eat some lichen, they'll eat some bark, leaves, weeds, grass, fruit, everything. So for them, taking them out for walks is really important, and they follow me really well. So it would be nice if for one day I can walk them and the dog together. And I've also been paying a lot of attention to the trees, the fruit trees. They're losing their leaves, so we're getting into pruning season. Things like the apples aren't quite ripe yet, but the persimmons have dropped all their leaves. The pears have, olive don't. So olive is kind of, the best time is after olive harvest, which is this time of year as well. And usually the day ends with me sitting on the ground whilst the goats graze, forage, whatever. And I just kind of veg. And it's nice in the summer because the ground's warm. It's actually cold now, which I'm fairly sure is not good for your butt, so I should probably carry around some sort of like little stool or something, but let's be real, that's not going to happen. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I can't get over the amount of progress we've made in the forest, and Theo is really going to smash it up there. I can't wait to show you the next video when you can see how much is going to get done. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.